Bartlett Light Installers. Tennessee tops LSU 9-3 on Saturday night to even up the series at 1 game apiece. Rubber match set for Sunday at 2 p.m. We will get to that, but obviously first, let's talk about the game that happened on Saturday. Please smash the like button if you have not already. Get subscribed as well to the YouTube channel, as well as your favorite podcast app. Take the show with you wherever you go, and please share. That's greatly appreciated as well. In a lot of ways, Saturday night was extremely similar to Friday night. LSU, for the large majority of Friday night's game, was carved up at the plate. Tennessee has dominated this series from a pitching perspective outside of 1 inning, and that was the 9th inning on Friday, really Saturday morning. Other than that, LSU's bats have shown little to no resistance. Now, we talked about it. Liam Doyle and Marcus Phillips is one hell of a 1-2 punch. Those two guys are really, really, really good. And it was one of the reasons I didn't like LSU this weekend, because having to face those two guys with your offense struggling the way that it has, that matchup scared the hell out of me. The good news is, even though those two dominated you, LSU stole a game. Like, they stole victory from the jaws of defeat on Friday night, Saturday morning. The bad news is, that's not good enough heading into Sunday. And I know there's some people who are going to want to know what happened with the pitching tonight and all of that. And we could talk about some decisions, and we could talk about all of that. The fact of the matter is, the middle of LSU's bullpen, William Schmidt was first out of the pen, and that was a hell of a spot for him. And it didn't go great. He walked a guy, but you ended up getting out of that inning unscathed. In the middle of LSU's bullpen, while they got themselves into trouble, they continued to work themselves into it. They continued to live dangerously. And in the 6th inning, in the 7th inning, in the 8th inning, it felt like Tennessee was just, like LSU was hanging on by a thread, that the Vols were right there for the knockout punch. And ultimately, it finally landed in the 8th. But I look at the guys you ran out there and some of the struggles that they have had. And man, I thought they pitched their ass off for 7+ innings to hold that lineup down to 3 runs without Cowan, without Evans throwing in the game. That's impressive. Eventually you ran out of gas, and eventually a really good offense landed a knockout punch. 3rd time was a charm. And does it suck when it happened? Absolutely. You had made it a 1-run ball game. You needed to go out there and put up the 0. We talk about it all the time. All the time. When you score, you need the shutdown 0, and you didn't get it. And Chase Shores fell behind in the count. It worked full. He hit the 9-hole hitter. That's a big no-no, especially you flip it to the top of that Tennessee order. And ultimately, it was too much to overcome. And they landed the knockout punch. They finally did. But you know what the bigger issue is? You scored 3 runs on 4 hits. And all 3 of the runs were solo homers. And solo homers are not going to win you a baseball game. Stephen Milam had 2 of your 4 hits. It's just not good enough. Your offense is the reason this series is even. That's that. I mean, look, like I said, does it suck that the bullpen imploded? Yeah, but they held the line for you. They held the line for you for 7 innings. And all you could muster in those 7 innings was 2 runs on 3 hits. There's no adjustments. The at-bats are not competitive right now. And your offense is the reason you were in the hole tonight that you were. So, It's the whole reason I was really concerned about this weekend, and it's playing out. Now, there were some good things tonight. I thought Anthony Ianson was very good. He battled hard. Credit Tennessee. They got his pitch count up. They had a nice plan against him. But, you know, what I liked about his outing is he got off to a really fast start and he maintained it. I mean, he gave up 2 earned runs through 5+ innings. Like, I got you through 5 2/3. Like, honestly, if I'm being honest, you know, you got yourself into trouble in the 6th. Antigua was at the plate as the 9-hole. I thought they were going to give Ianson one more batter. I thought they would give Ianson, you know, that shot there. They did it. They went to Schmidt, and he gets put on. And, again, you wiggle off that hook. But Anthony Ianson, 2 earned through 5 2/3. Y'all, that was a really, really good outing for him. So I thought he was awesome. It's just the offense is bitterly disappointing right now. It really is. And I'll tell you what, too. In the 4th and in the 5th, the bunting with 2 outs about made me want to pull my hair out. And I have some thoughts on that. Because I think, you know, it's real easy to look at that and be like, oh, it's Jay calling that. I don't think that's the case every single time. Derek Curiel has tried to bunt for a hit multiple times this year. He's been successful, and he's been not successful. But the problem I have with it is, 1, there were 2 outs, and 2, it was the 2 batters that did it. Jake Brown and Derek Curiel. Those are 2 of your best hitters. Like, that is inarguable. I don't think anybody's going to try to argue that with me, but that is inarguable. Those are 2 of your best hitters. And the bat is being taken out of their hands, whether by them or by Jay Johnson. Like, I don't really care who's making the call. What I care about is 2 of your best hitters gave themselves up. And I get it. Like, I get it. Marcus Phillips is dominating you. You're trying to get anything going. But I don't want Jake Brown and Derek Curiel taking the bat out of their own hands, and I damn sure don't want the coaching staff taking the bat out of those 2 guys' hands. I want them swinging away all the time. Like, if you have 1st and 3rd and 1 out and you want Curiel to lay down a bunt and get the run home, fine. But with 2 outs, and especially in the 5th, where Milam leads off with a double, and you finally have something going against Marcus Phillips, to take the bat out of your own hand or out of one of your best hitters' hands, to me is inexcusable. That's not a high percentage play. That drove me insane tonight. Especially the 5th. Because, damn it, you wasted a leadoff double. And doesn't that just highlight LSU's problem right now offensively? You get a runner in scoring position to start the damn inning, and you can't get him home. And that's where they're at offensively right now. Not a good spot to be. Derek Curiel, his reach base streak ended tonight. 43 games. It's a hell of a run. A run we'll remember forever. It's a historic run. It's a record for an LSU freshman. And Gray, I'll disagree with you on that. Gray says getting run ruled by Northwestern State set the tone for your offense tonight. No. The tone for your offense has been set for more than 2 weeks. Like, this is not a new thing. This has been a struggle since that game at Nichols, when they scored 5 runs in the 7th and stole that win. Then you go to Auburn, we know what happened. You hit 172 with runners in scoring position against Alabama, and you're not doing very well with it here. Outside of 1 inning. That was the 9th inning. And the damn solo homers, man. Like, man, that lit the box on fire. Like, that lit the box on fire in the 7th inning. But it's solo homers. It's not going to get it done. Y'all smash the like button, please, if you have not already. Also, please share if you have not already. I'm really tired of talking about the game tonight already, so let's just move on to tomorrow. Before I do that, let me remind you about Got Lit Light installers. GotLitLights.com, permanent outdoor landscape lighting. Illuminate your space. You know you want to take it to the next level. Whether it's your front yard flower beds, your backyard patio, your pool area, Got Lit Lights, they have you covered. It's your custom design. You hand it over to them. They give you the quote. Then they make it a reality. They maintain the lights for you. If you ever need change, maintenance, they have that covered. They make you a customer for life. They make you a priority at Got Lit Lights. And of course, the temporary outdoor lighting available as well for any of your private events, weddings, wedding receptions, and graduation parties. Those are coming up. Got Lit Light installers, GotLitLights.com. Work with Derek and his team and tell him you heard it right here on Musso at the Box. Okay. Justin Hunt asks real quick, do you know what the team batting average against starting pitchers has been the last 3 weeks? I don't, Justin, but I will look that up, and I will have that for you in the weekend recap, because that's a really, really good question. It's a really, really good question. A Chris Stanfield burner says tomorrow is a must-win. Literally, it is not. I hate that term. It's one that you really need, though. So let's talk about tomorrow. LSU is in a phenomenal spot pitching. Like that's inarguable. You have Cowan and Evans both available. Connor Ware hasn't pitched. Connor Ben hasn't pitched. You're in a good spot. So how does LSU handle it? I'll tell you two things. I'll tell you how I think they're going to handle it. I'll tell you what I would do. And if you listen to the preview show, you know what I would do. I'm giving a spot start to Zach Cowan or to Kason Evans, and I'm trying to get through 9 innings with just those two guys because they're your best. And I think tomorrow's going to have a chance to be another low-scoring game. And those are your two best guys, and I would try to get through 9 innings with them. That is not what they are going to do. They are going to start Connor Ware, and they are going to use him as an opener, which I hate. The difference this time is they will have Cowan and Evans to go to after he hopefully gets you through the order one time. But what I think you're doing there is you're playing a dangerous game. Because if you don't get through that order one time and you dig yourself a hole, much like you did at Auburn, and then you go to Cowan and Evans and your offense continues to scuffle, you could lose a low-scoring game just like you did at Auburn. But that is 100% what I think they are going to do. I think they will give the ball to Connor Ware, use him as an opener, and then go to Evans and Cowan. For me to be perfectly clear, I would spot start either Evans or Cowan and try to get through the game with both of them. Now, offensively for LSU, we'll have to see what Tennessee does. Nate Snead threw 47 pitches on Friday night, and you ended up having some success against them. That's their horse. He has given them a lot of length this season. 47 pitches might not actually burn him. He might be able to give them something tomorrow. Something. Inning, 2 innings, something along those lines. When I look at the rest of their bullpen, Dylan Loy pitched, 2 1/3 innings tonight? That's one of his longer outings on the year. So we'll see what you return for him. A.J. Russell is a big wild card. They're continuing to bring him back from Tommy John. He has not pitched this week. I don't think he would go very deep, but that's a really good arm that they have in that bullpen. Really good arm that they have in that bullpen. And then there's Tegan Kuntz, who has started 6 SEC games for them, all 6 Sunday games, including 4 when he hasn't been the named starter. He is not the named starter. He has struggled the last 3 weeks. I don't know if he starts, but I think there's a good chance you see him. And when he's in there, LSU has got to take advantage of that young freshman arm. That is a guy who has not made it out of the 3rd inning in 3 straight weeks, and he has given up 9 earned runs. If that's the guy they send to the mound to start, you have got to jump on him early. And that's going to be key for LSU anyway in game number 3, is setting the tone offensively. I don't know if they can do it. Like I told y'all all week that I think Tennessee is the better baseball team than LSU. And I think that has been proven and played out so far the first 2 games. You stole one though, and it counts just the same. And you get credit for that. But I'm not going to ignore the fact that they have absolutely handcuffed your lineup. Not even handcuffed your lineup. They've dominated your lineup for 17 out of 18 innings that have been played. So if I'm looking for LSU, in game 3, you better go out there and set the tone offensively. Do whatever you have to set the tone offensively. Be aggressive. You saw what happens when you're aggressive against this Tennessee team. You saw that in the 9th inning on Friday night. I'm disappointed that LSU hasn't run more on the base paths. That team has given up almost 80% successful steals this year. They've given up the most stolen bases in the damn league. You've got above average speed. Use it. If you get thrown out, shit, you get thrown out. But damn it, be aggressive, because you just sitting there, mashing solo homers and getting 4 hits in a game and friggin' working. They really, really need this game on Sunday. They really need this game. Tennessee's pitching should take a step backward, and you have your arsenal ready to go with Cowan and Evans. And I get it. Everybody wants to know, why weren't Cowan and Evans used in game 2? You won a game. You had a chance to win 2. Win 1 out of 2 is what you have to do. And man, if you would have gone out there and you'd have burned Cowan or Evans and only ended up with 4 hits and lost that game, or 3 hits and lost that game, that would have been a really tough pill to swallow with a rubber match on Sunday. I don't have a problem with the way Jay did that. You could say, well, it was a 1-run game and you put Cowan in on Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. It's different. It's very, very different. And Chris is saying someone other than Cowan and Evans has to be able to pitch in a big moment. And I don't disagree with you, but I think you saw that plenty tonight. You eventually ran out of gas because you're using the middle of your bullpen against a good line. LSU and their bullpen held a great Tennessee lineup to 3 runs through 7 innings. You were well within that game. They were pitching fine. You did not hit the baseball. For me, it is that simple. And then, your bullpen issued free passes and you let it get away. And that's a problem. I'm not absolving them of that. But you saw guys step up in big moments tonight. Maverick Rizzi got huge outs for you. Chase Shore's got a couple of huge outs for you, and kept it small. And then the wheels fell off. But I don't mean this as a shot. That's what you've seen from Chase Shores all year. That's how that's been. So you got to hit the ball. You have to score to win. You have to score to win. And LSU, the last 3 weeks, hasn't done that enough. That's a big problem. It's the main problem with this team. And it sucks. It really does. It sucks. Because for 2/3 of the season, offense looked like the least of their problem. Justin Hunt says, somebody get Musso a Roback sponsorship. Justin Hunt, you are my favorite person tonight. I mean, the starter average question was great. And there's nothing more I would love from a sponsorship except Got Lit Lights. We love Got Lit Lights. But Roback, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd definitely rep Roback, man. You know who else loves Roback? Got Lit Lights. All right, guys, questions. Let's wrap it up with some questions. I'm ready to go home. It's been a long, long 24 hours. Charmin Strong, I don't know why your YouTube account handle makes me laugh, but that's really funny. Jude Saunier or Peter Millar. Peter Millar's I like Peter Millar. Hey, DJ Trauma Gaming, how's it going? The Ferg, will you be attending tomorrow's game? I will be. I will be there. Absolutely, man. Not missing that one. Tomorrow could be a really, really big day for this ball club. Really big day for this ball club. So, yep, I'll be there. 100%. Wouldn't miss it for the world. That was a frustrating game tonight, y'all. It's a really frustrating game. Felt like you left Phillips off the hook a little bit. Tyler Cooley, what lineup changes would you make as far as the batting order? I wouldn't make many. I really wouldn't, because you know who your guys are at this point. You do. You know who your guys are at this point. They have to go out there and execute better. I still want Jake Brown in the lineup every day. I still want Michael Braswell at third base every day. Jared Jones is not coming out of the lineup. Steven Miles not coming out of the lineup. Stanfield needs to be in there every day. Like, you've got your guys. You know who your guys are. I don't think lineup changes are the answer. They have to go out there and execute. Know what the plan is. Make it happen. It's April. It's late April. You don't make changes right now. That's why it was one of the reasons everybody's so angry about what happened Tuesday night. I'll disagree with you strongly on that. M. Sandoz says LSU has sucked against good pitching staffs, period. Texas has a pretty damn good pitching staff. And outside of two arms, you hit everybody they threw out at you. Oklahoma has a pretty damn good pitching staff, and you had to face it in some brutal offensive conditions. You swept that series. You beat Pico Khan. You beat Liam Doyle, for Christ's sake. Now, did you have a great night against him? No, but you won that game that he pitched in. I will flat out disagree with that. I just will. LSU has had plenty of success against good pitching staffs this year. Right now, they are slumping as an offense. That is what I will unequivocally tell you. They're slumping as an offense. It's not good enough. It's the main problem with this team. But LSU has had plenty of success against good pitching this year. That's just not really arguable if you really sit down and look at it. Fred, I agree with you on that. Good news is Jay's finally, platooning Pearson and Fry at DH. Yes, like that. I think that's great. Chris Stanfield burner. How many more ABs did John Pearson earn? Probably not many. Solo homer late in the game. I like John Pearson. I think he's got a great future at LSU. I really do. But I just don't think I don't think that future's now. I don't think it's the present. I think it's the future. But we'll see. What is that? Is that 3 homers for him this year, or two or 3? He's been good. Gina Shell, who is starting for Tennessee, if you know. I don't know if Tony V's announced it. I can tell you that Tegan Coons is a freshman. He has started all 6 Sunday games for Tennessee. 4 of them has been when he's not been listed as the starter. He has really struggled the last 3 weeks, so they might make a change there. If it's not him, I would keep an eye on A.J. Russell. But if it's A.J. Russell, he's going to be used as an opener because they haven't extended him. He's coming back from Tommy John. I think it's one of those 2 guys. I think Sunday LSU actually has the pitching advantage because you have Cowan and Evans both fresh, ready to go. But you're going to have to hit the ball. So. All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up for tonight. Y'all smash the like button. Please share if you have not already. And please smash the like button if you have not already. That obviously helps out the channel. Get subscribed. Got Lit Light installers. GotLitLights.com. And we'll have a full weekend recap on Sunday after the series goes final. Talk to you then.